What's up, YouTube?
I need to improve my posture, don't
I
I?
need to improve your posture. So we've got Hugo, who is an elite marathon runner. We're going to put him through the MoveMed 8 today. So we've got, yeah?
I was going to say sub-elite, I'm not actually elite, but you know.
So we've got videos planned where we're going to have everyone from different ranges of life. Young, old, big, small, everyone. We're going to show how to do the MoveMed 8 with what you've got, with what you can do, and just how every exercise is scalable. So yeah, let's move through them straight away. The first movement is a push movement. So any push up,
Nice.
bench press, etc.
Yeah.
What you normally do for yourself.
Nothing.
So
I have not.
drop down to the floor with me.
Yeah.
So the push range of motion, as an example, would be from the floor, you're lifting your hands up. So we're trying to get a full range of motion exercise here.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's your repetitions. You can obviously start from your knees. So you can start from your knees, that's perfectly fine. I often do reps from my knees, just because I have days when I'm not there.
I've got some.
Every time you go down, lift your hands up. So you're trying to get a full range of motion.
Okay.
So that is one of the key metrics with these movement patterns, is that these are movement patterns for spinal longevity long term. We know from treating you that your mid-back is excessively tight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's why I said, especially at the bottom, you want to, that's a small extension, but it's just resetting the full movement pattern.
Nice.
The progression obviously would be to full push-ups. If you're doing bench press, you can obviously do weighted bench presses if you wanted to do that. I'm building up slowly to do some one-arm push-ups, but they're absolutely useless, so I won't show them off. So pushing is one of the exercises. I know we want to get onto the shin specific stuff, but I think this is how we're going to get you stronger as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 2 is a pull, any pull movement.
I'm just going to do like one rep. Don't mind. Clip it.
Go for it.
Yeah. Also, I was just thinking, I was like, you probably need to send me the correct names.
Yeah, so the first movement pattern is a push. So, perfect.
Could you call it like a hand release press up or something?
Yeah, do what you want, yeah, perfect. Number 2 is pulls. So, gyms will have cable rows.
Yeah.
That's a nice exercise to do sometimes. So, you could do it with a resistance band.
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
As an example, right? So you can grab from there.
Yeah.
And you're doing a, so that's a back extension.
Okay, yeah.
Pull would be there.
Yeah.
So you're doing any kind of pull action as an example. I think a better one for you for strength specific would be a bent over row.
Okay, yeah.
Where you're supporting your base, and then from there it's a pulling action.
Nice.
Yeah. That's probably the most functional for you because you've got access to weights. Get the guns out.
Okay.
But yeah, what is nice with these exercises is that you can scale them. So you want to get a strong base. Like literally put your elbow on your, yeah. So the base is strong, and then it's a pulling action. Yeah, perfect. So even that, I mean, is obviously way too light for you. Like when you get confident with this movement pattern, go heavy. I mean, this is a 28 kg.
Nice.
Other examples of the pulls, as we said, was the one with the resistance band. At the gym, you get cable rows, like a bent over rowing machine.
I mean, I love. Yeah, no, we've got a really good one where you put. It's got like also. You put your feet there.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's stable.
And then it's a cable row.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Very good.
So yes, back to
easy one. And then obviously the other option for pulls is a pull up. You know. Pull up is the other one, which some people don't like the pull ups, which is perfectly fine. Okay.
Nice.
Very good.
Can you clip all this?
The third movement of the MoveMed 8 is.
Should we show me trying to do a pull up? This is what you call embarrassing.
Okay.
Oh, this is humiliating. I can't even.
That's not bad. Very good.
Oh, it's
So
quite
you
close
see-
grip as well.
Even doing 2 or 3 reps for you is a good strength stimulation. So when you go heavy, that's obviously strength stimulation. The band there for you was quite light. You could do like 20, 30, 100 reps. So different repetitions have different goals.
Yeah.
For, like obviously, Hugo we said is elite, but for people who are not elite, you're starting off with just practicing the movement pattern, right?
Well, I mean, this is an area even for someone who is. I think what's very interesting, something that's not talked about enough, is like I'm a very, very good runner, and even I don't feel comfortable in a gym environment.
Yeah.
Like it's not fun. Like no, it's not. If it's what you define as fun, sure, go for it. But like I walk in there and it's like not intimidating, but even I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And like I run a 2:19 marathon. Just imagine how, you know, just a normal average Joe vlogs feels. Who, because I like walk around being like I want to like have a sign on my head saying like I'm good at running, just to prove like I can. Because I feel when I'm like doing squats even, it's like I feel like I look stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, people must be looking because he's so like I've only got 10s on either side, and it's like even I feel uncomfortable in a gym. I can't imagine.
Yeah. I'm glad you even said that, because I've recently got my water bottle. So everything that we're doing here today can be done at home in your room.
Yeah.
And 5-litre water bottle is great because maximum is about 5 kgs.
Yeah.
So that's enough weight if you want to start doing some of the pull actions, etc. You don't need anything else but a big jug of water.
It's like, I always say this to my mum as well. She's always like, oh, I want to start moving. You know, she's an age that I will not say on camera because she'll kill me. She's 49, but she keeps like saying, I want to start, and doesn't want to go. She's quite like doesn't know she would fit in at a gym.
There's no way to start.
Yeah, and it's like actually you don't need like loads. That's why I like running though, because there's no one. I'm sure that people are watching you, but no one actually is. That you just put your trainers on and you go out, and like you can feel comfortable in any environment. Whereas like, I do get the gym for a lot of people is
100%.
Yeah, intimidating. But yeah. Sorry, we've moved on. What's the next one?
Is a hip hinge.
Yep. You do it no weight first.
Okay, so your legs on something.
Yeah, and then you go down. And you just drive up. I
Great.
love this movement, but.
So why this is a good movement is you're actually killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. Your right hip is hinging.
Yeah.
So that's one of the movements. That's the next movement is a hip hinge.
Yeah.
The back leg is going into the ATG split squat couch stretch movement.
Yeah.
So it's a hip flexor stretch on the opposite side and a hip hinge on the other side, which is great.
And then to progress, like what's this?
With a weight.
Using like 20. So.
Yes. Yes, so again, this is amazing for the elite runners.
I guess
do
it's
you
quite
ever
a
do you ever
complex.
do normal squats, deadlift type, double hip hinge movements? Do you ever do anything?
Yeah, so I do squats, and then I also do.
Let's see your squats.
And then also I do single leg, like. A single leg deadlift, sort of. What's it called? Hamstring, like.
RDLs. Yeah.
That's the one.
Perfect.
Squats.
So what I like with the kettlebells is exactly that, a goblet squat.
Yeah.
So show us a few reps there. So this is number 3 in the MoveMed. 8 is a hip hinge movement. So there's not much spinal flexion here or extension. The hips are hinging at the hip joint. And yeah, I like to do the goblet squat too. It's the exact same if you're doing, so just keep on going. It's the exact same if you're doing a deadlift, whether it's wide arm, normal deadlifts. It's the same if you're doing a back squat, a front squat. Find whatever's comfortable for your genetic spinal makeup.
Yeah.
And you just, once you find something that's comfortable, you can go heavy as you like with it.
Yeah, and then so for the like RDLs, I'll do that with a slightly heavier dumbbell. Also, I like doing I don't know if this is but like single-sided deadlifts.
Yeah.
So you do like. I mean, this might be a bit punchy for my current.
That is very heavy.
But then you're going down and trying to keep like aligned.
Yes. And out of interest, do you train barefoot when you train?
Yeah.
Good.
Because, and
Very
then
good.
I feel like this is like stability, right?
Yeah, we'll let Hugo make a post in the future about his spinal issues in the past. But yeah, to do a 219 with what you've had is quite frankly disgusting. Cool, so hip hinges, very straightforward. Number 4, we group together as lower leg. So Hugo's currently getting over a shin splint niggle, which you think is a posterior tibialis tendonitis. But yeah, it hasn't stopped him banging out 3 very fast races in the last while. Anyway, let's go to the tibialis anterior lift. So if you just lean up against the back there with your shoulder, bump off the wall.
Oh, okay.
And then you're doing those ankle lifts I showed you.
Like this?
Yeah. So this is a nice place to start in terms of getting the tibialis anterior activated. It's a very, very nice, easy way to activate the tibialis anterior. But yeah, obviously we're here to show the progression, which is where you put your foot through the kettlebell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can also be done with a band, but I find the band is just a bit more difficult. Like if you're going to try and isolate the TA.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. It's okay. But yeah, the best way is with the weight.
Yeah. I
So,
might
yeah.
try that though. Just see if this is all looking good. Yeah. I'll do both.
No. Let me show you this one straight. So I'll just cut out a piece of foam for the foam roller. For the kettlebell, so you can do it barefoot. So I put that through there.
Yeah.
And you can put your foot through there. So take a seat. We'll start with your good one. Yeah, so just wedge your foot in there.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
As far as you can.
Oh, that's so much better. I usually
Much
just use
better.
a pair of shoes and then it kind of hurts.
Correct. And then any raised surface, you can just obviously put your
shit.
hands to be raised. Okay. So start up there, and then the movement is a full plantar flexion, which is down, and then bring it all the way up. And let's see how many reps you can do with this. All the way down, all the way up. Can you feel that muscle pumping?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's great.
It's more like it's uncomfortable, but you know when you do squats and it kind of hurt, like this doesn't hurt, it ain't like.
Yeah. I have yet to see someone have a strong enough TA to actually injure it.
Yeah.
So you can do reps to failure. This is like one of those rare muscle groups that you can do reps to failure and it's safe. So you eventually just get like a nice big pump there, but we're just trying to get the tissue adaptation process happening, get your brain's awareness of that muscle, like obviously fine.
It's also like my ankle.
Yeah, very
the
good.
front hurt. Oh, that's nice. Can we try the older?
So yeah, that's a 8 kg.
Nice.
I remember when I was
this could
a
be interesting.
young buck. I'll just assist you first. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool. So again, even with the symptomatic posterior tib at the moment, the posterior tib is obviously controlling the actual action opposite to the tibialis anterior. Remember, all muscles work in homeostasis. So as one muscle is activating, the opposite muscle has to control the movement.
I mean, it doesn't hurt at all in terms of pain.
Amazing. So that's why this is great, because I suspect that your posterior tib has been overworking or overfiring, potentially because the TA fatigues. And I know you've obviously got some nice sponsors with your carbon shoes. We won't mention names.
No, but carbons are notorious for this.
Carbons are obviously amazing for speed and that, but yeah, the carbons do take away some of the intrinsic muscles in the foot to obviously load the big power muscles. But that's essential why you need to strengthen this muscle. Then your carbons won't be causing damage anymore. Amazing.
Tough. I might show it on the old band as well, just to show you can do other options. You can kettlebells, you know. Got to be accessible, right?
Yeah, go for it. You see, it's just a little bit, like you might go even further back maybe. Yeah, so This is enough with the resistance band. It's okay to activate the muscle.
Yeah.
But
you got to really go
it's
for it.
It's got nothing on the weight. I mean, it's nice because you have to like almost control it without letting it snap against my hand. So you can still activate the muscle.
It's far less powerful.
Yeah. Which one do you think is better, this one or the wall lift?
I think this one because it's just got a little resistance, but I think it's easier just for the average Joe just to do the wall one.
Correct.
But it's still now, after a while, I think it's just doing them.
Correct.
Yeah, interesting.
Next movement.
I might just quickly do a couple more of the...
You could probably, if you want to isolate it, do one leg.
So like...
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of hard. No, I can't even do that. Okay, that's...
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's more just stability. Like
I've never thought about doing it single legged. Well, there we go.
It's not easy though, is it?
I mean, it is helpful that we've got a nice soft floor.
Yeah.
I'd imagine this would wreck your heel.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's move on. Calf raises.
Nice.
I put half of my barefoot over any flat surface. You can do this on a staircase at home. And then obviously from the bottom, you're trying to find that nice deep tissue stretch. And same with the push-ups. Remember how we took our hands off the thing? We want to start the calf raise from a full calf movement. Yeah. You can see how much, how different this is to obviously doing it with shoes on. And then with everything, you start with reps with no weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually now, I mean, I'm holding a weight to do these reps. Do you feel the underneath surface of your foot activating? Yeah, that's good. You can actually do some reps with a straight knee. That's going to hit more gastroc. When you do it with a bent knee, that's more soleus. So your Achilles tendon is two tendons. Soleus attaches behind the shin.
Yeah.
Gastroc is the two bellies that you see on cyclists' calves and runners. I mean, you're a cyclist now, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly. I'll show you the progression with the weight, even though I'll probably have to do that anyway.
Go for it.
Content. Oh, this is hard.
Oh, it's nice though, hey? Tell me, does your gym where you train, does it have one of those back extension machines?
Extension?
Does it have one of those back extension machines?
Yeah. Got these weird lumps as well.
I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know what they are. Went to...
Okay, so if you have the luxury of having this machine, the next movement is spinal flexion and extension.
Okay, yeah.
You
know what I really like doing?
We can move through this one quickly, but yeah, actually, I want to see you do it. Yeah, you know what to do. Jump face down into that. Now, I recommend keep your hands on the bars for now. Just for now. Do a full flexion, all the way down, all the way down. Now, what's nice with this is that you can actually grab over here and pull yourself into more flexion. Pull yourself down. There we go. So you're almost going to just stress the fascia over here. And then from that position, you're extending.
So going up?
Yeah, all the way up. All the way down. And keep on going. I just wanted you to pull down like that to show where you should start from. Same again with the push-up. We're doing full range of motion work here. Same again with the ankle movement. Full range of motion.
So it's fine my back's bending.
Yes, great question.
So because I usually, when you're doing those like deadlifts and stuff, saying like your back is bending like.
But a deadlift is a hip hinge movement.
Okay.
So you don't want to bend your spine.
Okay.
So with this movement, we're actually locking the hips.
Yeah.
And we're actually purposely bending and flexing and extending the spine. This is gold rehab for your back.
I mean,
So again, Hugo, I told you earlier, you surprise me at how elite you are. And let's be honest, you've been quite average with your rehab so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is extension of the spine from flexion.
Okay.
People don't all have this machine at home. So the next option would be a Jefferson's curl. Do you have to go?
No, it's fine.
Jefferson's curl is where we lock the hips and we actually try and bend the spine. You see, I'm actually bending the spine.
Yeah. Interesting.
I'm bending my spine fully. Obviously, I can go further, but then that's hips.
Okay.
So I'm going down to a point where I feel my hips are engaging, and then from there coming up.
So you can, because I've always thought that, I guess all kind of gym rhetoric is you never bend your back, but you're saying in certain movements you can do.
Correct, and as you know, I'm very countercultural.
Yeah.
That whole fallacy of not being told that flexion causes back injuries.
Yeah.
It's literally the opposite.
Okay.
Being scared to flex your spine is what normally injures it, because as you aren't used to bending and you believe that it's bad for you, as soon as you go to bend and pick up that like coffee cup, the back explodes because the brain's like, no. You want to re-educate it. It's a function of the spine to flex and extend. It's a function that we all lose.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, very interesting.
Nice. Okay.
So
these ones you can can you add weight here as well?
Pardon?
You can add weight on these ones, right? Or not?
You can.
But you wouldn't.
I would only add weight once you can do 30 repetitions.
30. Okay.
With no weight.
Okay. So 30 of these. Nice.
Yeah. You could probably because you're elite, you could probably do 30 now, but I think your form would be average because I don't think you're used to doing the full reps. So for now, as with everything, you start with full range of motion and you just build that tissue tolerance.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, this will get you to that 215 and beyond. I'm
not sure about that, but we can. I might try. Can I try some of those?
Yeah, this will be fun for you. Yes. Listen, let's not injure you on the video.
So it's literally fully.
So yeah, just try and work out where it is that your hips start to move and stop there.
So you're literally not even.
So you want to bend your spine like a fishing rod. Perfect, yeah. So this is called Jefferson's curl. The full whip, so like once this is stronger, then you can go further down. And then what happens is that you start going sub-zero. So you start going underneath.
Okay, yeah.
So like I've done some reps here before where I almost actually hurt myself because I was trying to balance on here. Then with that heavy kettlebell, I was going
down
below.
Yeah. And you're not meant to feel it in your hamstrings at all, right? A little bit, or?
As soon as you activate the hamstrings, that's your range of motion for now.
Okay.
But we know also that your hip range of motion has room for improvement. So
yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So that is essential. Then so with back flexion and extension.
Yeah.
The next is the side flexion.
Okay. Is this the?
Yeah. This is the viral video.
Yeah.
So that's one way of doing it. Very sort of fancy, but the easier way to do it is just normal side bending. Just literally find your sweet spot. Again, full range of motion for you, and from there you're lifting up.
Okay, nice.
I mean, quite straightforward. So all the way down. Yeah. So again, same with all these movements. We're doing full range of motion. So I wouldn't start with a weight for you if this is a newish movement.
I've done this quite a bit, but it's not.
But not
I've always
full
thought
range.
it was for obliques.
It is for obliques, and then with doing repetitions, eventually the obliques fatigue, and then we're going to get into the deep stuff. And then that like cross leg one is actually really cool because then we're actually kind of stretching the hip flexor on the leg that's taking the weight. Yeah, it's a good one.
So then the cross ones. So you go that way, right? Or the other way?
Yeah.
Which way?
That way.
That way. Okay. And then you go
and
down.
You should feel an even more intense stretch on the outside.
Straight away, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, the reason why we're focusing on the spine for your shin splints and your performance going forward is your history of your injury.
Yeah.
Secondly, you have a desk job. So we know your hip flexors are tight. We know that you're tight in your pelvis. And I really do suspect if we get you 5-10% more improvement, which is quite easy to be honest.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. Let's not give away our secrets. Couch stretch. I want to get your reaction on video, yeah. So you can go up against there for me. Just copy me.
Oh no, not this.
Get out of your video, that's fine. Reverse.
Yeah. No, that's not going to be good. This is going to suck.
So this is called couch stretch, as everyone knows. Knee in the corner. No, in the corner. Yeah, so you could do this at home up against the couch. Now for you, like that's a nice stretch already, right?
Yeah.
Now the progression from that would be to eventually try to get your foot in front of you next to your ear. Try.
It's more for me, it's going to be...
No, show the camera your face. Okay.
See, if I move...
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. To start with, that is just
So, as we know, Hugo's now in his off-season, building up to Berlin. And this is one of the major movement patterns that you're going to start to introduce.
That sounds okay.
That's been showing off, obviously.
Yeah.
But yes, like this isn't even that much of a stretching.
I think that's the first clip I'm going to get, by the way. That's just going to be me.
And
painful. Let's try. Maybe the other side's going to be better. We're going to see.
Try.
Yeah.
Yeah, knee in the corner.
No, actually, arguably, this is worse. Yeah, there's no way. That is already a good stretch.
Yeah. So this is why it's in our strength program, is that it's an intense movement. So I wouldn't necessarily do this 10 times a day, but this is like a once or twice a day type thing if you want to do it in the evenings. Because what you can do to help that flexibility over time is do lots of these stretches during the day. Just like little movement snacks, you know, just throughout the day, because you're working in a stationary position. Remember, sitting and standing, yes, standing is better than sitting for the spine, but if you're stationary in both positions, they're equally as bad.
Because I do have a standing desk.
Yes, so I think for you, it's just about making those little resets during the day. So the progression from there is the ATG split squat. So like you can see, once that range of motion's opened up, the progression is then to take a full range of motion.
Nice, that's big.
Yeah. So you can imagine now if your running stride opened up this much. You were in Kenya, you saw how those athletes there, when they're running, their ankle almost hits the bum. Yeah, that's full range of motion hits.
Okay. I mean, also just everything.
Yes. And this is why I think you've got this 2-3 week window now of your little mini off season before your build up to Berlin. Any questions? Very good. Yeah, so like all different variations, and people can find their like sweet spots. That is a great movement where you can grab the leg behind you. And then the last of the MoveMed 8 is learning to hang again.
I'm not too bad at this.
Yeah, no.
We can
just dead hang. Yeah.
Yeah. This is so good for you. I've had some.
Very good. So yes, being able to dead hang is a lost function for most people these days. The progression from here would be just doing little knee raises. Yeah, I mean, and then from there you can progress to L sits.
Yeah, no, yes.
But the point is, just spending time hanging, and most people can hang for 30 seconds to 2 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
And you can do reps of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wedding ring's eaten into me now, hence the cheats.
My grip strength isn't great either, but
yeah. So those are the 8 movements. If you want to keep your rehab for your off-season simple, start there, perfect those.
Easy, digestible.
Thank you, sir. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Comment, follow. I never do it. That's one thing I need to really work on. Like,